Hi everybody, my name is Chef Ramiro Martinez. I am the owner to the Gracious Table here in San Antonio, Texas. I'm also Mi Cocinador, a wellness blogger at micocinador.com. And I'm so excited to be joining you guys today because today I get to share with you my signature unicorn cookie. This is a fun cookie. This is my favorite cookie. And if you love breakfast cereal just as much as I love cereal, and if you love unicorns just as much as I love unicorns, this is the cookie for you. Now, one of my favorite things about this unicorn cookie is that you get to create this cookie however you'd like. Whatever cereals you enjoy, use them. Whatever cake toppings might appeal to the eye, whatever colors might be in those cake toppings, use them and put them into this cookie. Make this cookie pretty special. Make it unique, because let's face it, as we all know, unicorns are pretty unique, just like you. So now let's get started. Now I went ahead and took the time to measure out my ingredients for the cookie recipe. And we're gonna first start off by creaming our butter. This is room temperature butter, some granulated sugar, and then some brown sugar. So we're gonna add that into a stand mixer. If you have an electric handheld mixer, you can do that as well. You can use that as well. And to this, we're also going to add in 2 tablespoons of corn syrup. Now the corn syrup I'm using it because this kind of gives you a nice chewy cookie. And I like my cookies to have nice chewy centers on the inside. So again, into the stand mixer bowl, we have 1 cup of granulated sugar, we have 2/3 cups light brown sugar, and 2 tablespoons of corn syrup, and then 2 sticks of butter at room temperature. And we're gonna cream this for about 7 to 8 minutes. Now what we're looking for is just a lightened color in the butter, so kind of a light yellow. It may take even just a few minutes, as like 3 to 4 minutes. But we want to cream our butter. This is going to give you a very nice spread on your cookie. Now, growing up on Saturday mornings, I used to love watching cartoons, and Fruity Pebbles was my cereal of choice. And so that's what I'm using for this cookie. Now again, you can use whatever cereal you'd like. I've experimented with pop cereal and honeycomb cereal, and I've done some coffee cereals. So again, any cookies you'd like into the cookie. So we're good to go there. And again, at home, you're gonna be doing this a little bit longer. So what you're gonna be looking for, again, is just a lightened color in the butter. Now to this, we're gonna add in 1 egg and a teaspoon of vanilla. And again, we're gonna mix this. And what we're gonna do here is just until it's kind of well incorporated. This is gonna be about maybe 20 seconds. To go there. And now we're adding in our flour and our leaveners. And our leaveners are our baking soda and baking powder. So it's 1 cup, 1/3 cup, and a cup of all-purpose flour. We have a 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, a 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, and then a teaspoon of salt. And salt in your baked goods is just always going to add flavor. So I typically add salt to all of my cookie recipes, as well as brownie recipes. And again, the salt is just going to just give it that much more flavor. Now here, you kind of want to be a little bit careful. You don't want to overmix. You just sort of want to incorporate the flour. So again, this is maybe about 10 seconds, maybe 15. And then what we'll do at this point is just sort of scrape the sides of our mixing bowl, just so that we can get all the stuff from the sides. And then next is the fun part. Now again, as I said earlier, You want to make this cookie pretty unique to you. So again, whatever breakfast cereals you enjoy, use them. And just have fun making your own kind of recipes. Be unique. Now again, the cereals that I'm using, Fruity Pebbles and Trix cereal. Now I'm also adding to this Bugle chips. Now Bugle chips are these corn flavored corn chips. And I wanted to use these just as the unicorn corn for the cookie. And so I'm adding that in there. But this is also going to be your garnishment for your cooking. You'll get to see that in a little bit. So once we scraped off all the sides, and again with the flour, it's only been about maybe 10 to 20 seconds that you've just sort of mixed it to form in that dough. And then you're gonna slowly add in, or carefully add in your cereal, the Bugles, and then I'm also adding in some white chocolate chips. Now the cool thing about these chocolate chips, because I'm using white chocolate chips, is that Nestle Toll House makes these really nice funfetti chocolate chips. So they kind of have like this sprinkle to them. So that just kind of gives a little bit more for that unicorn. And then we're just gonna mix just again till it's sort of just really well incorporated. And then lastly, we're gonna add in our cake toppings. And now the cake toppings are basically sprinkles. And now there's so many to choose from. And I really enjoy using all kinds of sprinkles. And so this is just again using, I wanted to make this a really nice cookie for Emily Whitehead. And so I wanted to use the orange and the purple colors. So we're gonna add that in there. And then again on low speed, and you're just gonna mix until it's incorporated. And you're good to go. And so you pretty much have a nice cookie dough. You can see that there. And if you notice that if your cookie dough is a bit soft, let's say it's just a little bit more than just a room temp that we like, that's perfectly fine. What you're gonna do is you're gonna take one of my trusted tools in the kitchen. This is an ice cream scoop. And I love using this guy because it just makes scooping cookies and just sort of like packing the cookies really easy. So you're just gonna scoop like you would ice cream. Get a really nice little cookie puck. And then you're going to kind of line a prepared sheet pan with parchment, because these guys are going to go into the freezer for at least 30 minutes. And this is sort of gonna help sort of solidify the butter so that when you go and you bake in your 350 degree oven, they're not gonna get too spready on you. But basically you're gonna scoop up your cookie dough and you're going to add, or just line your sheet pan with parchment, and then you're just gonna stick these into the freezer. So I already have one prepared. And this is what they're gonna look like when they come out of the freezer. And now I'm gonna top the cookies with the Bugle chip. I have a really funny story about these Bugle chips on the unicorn cookie. I had so many people basically comment and let me know that these chips are not even cookies. So once we have the Bugle on top of the cookie, we're gonna bake this in the oven for a total time of 21 minutes. I usually set it at 12 minutes, and then I rotate my pan, and then I set it for another 7. So we're gonna go ahead and do that now. And when they come out, they basically look like this. Now, halfway in that rotation, you're gonna see that they look a little bit misshapen, and that's perfectly fine, but you're also going to take another trusted tool of mine in the kitchen. This is an offset, so it's just a very small offset. And an offset just basically looks like this. You typically use it to kind of frost up some cakes. And all you're gonna do is wherever you sort of see that misshape, you're just gonna use it and kind of create that perfect circle in the cookie. And that's it. You have some wonderful, nice unicorn cookies. Now again, you guys, this is a very fun cookie. This is a cookie that you can even change up for the holidays. You can maybe add in some nice, let's say it's Halloween, you can do some nice sprinkles with, you know, Halloween themed sprinkles. Same thing with Christmas sprinkles. But it's fun. So again, if you love unicorns just as much as I love unicorns, and you do love your breakfast cereal, this is the cookie definitely for you. Now, I want to thank everybody for joining me today and putting this, or seeing how this recipe of mine is kind of put together. Again, very, very easy. I want to thank Emily, the foundation, to basically inviting me to prepare this cookie for you guys. I hope that y'all enjoy, have fun, be safe, and again, thanks you guys. Together, we can definitely activate the cure. Bye-bye.